Hey, Archons, what's going on? Another day, another deck. Unfortunately, that phrase is coming to an end because only 3 left, including today. Oh, sad times. This has been so much fun. You may notice that I am again rocking my Time Traveler Help from Future Self mat, which I used quite recently. But this morning I woke up thinking about Help from Future Self a lot, not just because it's the name of the podcast I'm a part of, but also because I find it really interesting just that phrase, help from future self. And it really got me thinking. And I thought, since I'm thinking about this, I want to do my opening on this, even though I did this quite recently. Yeah, I like that phrase, help from future self. I think it's such a great phrase on so many levels. Whoa, I flipped this one weird. Okay, well, we don't know the name, but we know we got Mars, Logos, and Brobnar. The name is Extravagant Pacifica of the Heartland. Oh, that name. I gotta say, that name is something special. So this could be AOA, or it could be CotA. I don't know which one. But of course I get the one that has the hard to open tab, because there we go. Alright, that was really nice. That was just so gentle and nice. Appreciate you, deck. Appreciate you. Let's take a look at what Pacifica of the Heartland has to offer in the most extravagant way. And the set is CotA. This is the last CotA deck. Starting off with a Burn the Stockpile. I love it. Punch. Relentless Assault. Relentless Assault. Tremor. Banner of Battle. Cannon. Gauntlet of Command. Are there no creatures in this? Oh no, here it is. Bumpsy. Bumpsy. Lomir. War Drummer. And then we go on to Logos with Fogify. Lab Work. Library Access. Neurosiphon. Remote Access. Twin Bolt. Wild Wormhole. Strange Gizmo. Ganymede. Mother, Titan Mechanic, Experimental Therapy, and then we go on to Mars with Ammonia Clouds, Deep Probe, Key Abduction, Orbital Bombardment, Phosphorus Stars, Ether Spider, Mind Warper, Megamouth, Marauder, Dominator, Zizix, and lastly, Brainstem Antenna. I don't know if you noticed what I noticed, but there seem to be a lot of pips in this deck. Maybe not a lot of creatures, but my first impression is I'm actually excited for this deck quite a bit. And this will be oh, that's weird. I guess because Stream is going to be, there's only 2 decks next week. I'm kind of thinking about grabbing an AOA starter pack, because I really like the decks that come out of the AOA starter packs. I find they just have a little something to them. And so I'm thinking about grabbing those as like a Christmas Day opening. So I may do a Christmas Day opening because my decks here go till the 24th. Yeah, and I want a couple more AOA decks in that regard. And that way next week I'll have some more decks to jam on stream. So here we are. We got creatures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 creatures. Not a high creature count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're good. There's a mound there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 creatures. Yeah, but pips I think are going to be pretty solid here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 pips. Thought there was more, but that's still fine. 13, 11, not a great ratio, but I think it's going to be okay. There's the rest of the stats for you to see. Now, why did I like this deck when I was opening it? Because there are things in here that definitely made me go, oh yeah. Let's first off, look at an interesting thing here that I find is the Key Abduction could be a really sweet combo with Brainstem Antenna. So what I could do is drop the Brainstem Antenna on another creature and basically pick up these creatures and drop them back down again. The only problem is the Ether Spider side of things, because that could be problematic depending on the Ember that's on there, so that's something that has to be taken into consideration. But that basically gives you opportunity to really abuse Brainstem Antenna and get a creature like Ganymede Archivist doing some shenanigans. Or even, no, a Ganymede Archivist, that's the one you wanted on, no questions. But you could just reap and do stuff with other creatures, so that's totally fine. I guess you could even throw it on, you could get it on your Megamouth and start abusing that, or even the Mind Warper, so you can just keep, you know, going that way. So that's one thing. That could be a way of transferring the Ether Spider stuff, depending on how much is on there. So I like that. And then, of course, if you happen to have Orbital Bombardment, you could actually start like using your Mind Warper, dropping it on the enemy creature and having it keep capturing with that Brainstem Antenna thing. And then that also then allows you to just Orbital Bombardment, pop that little Ember Pinata you're creating. So I really like that idea. Of course, Ammonia Clouds does things. So you could almost like Key Abduct, get the Ammonia Clouds back sort of thing. You'd have to, oh, what the heck. And then you'd have to get the Brainstem Antenna side of things going in a different way. Is this card really bent? No. So yeah, you just have to think of it that way, but I think there are some fun things that could be done in that regard. So yeah, I do like that side of things. What else? Deep Probe. You know, I like this. Choose a house, reveal your opponent's hand, discard each creature of the house revealed. That way, I think this is going to have the greatest potency against, depending, it's going to be set dependent. But for example, if you're going against a Worlds Collide deck that has Saurians or Star Alliance in particular, this could be really potent, I think, in that regard. Let's just try and get some of those high target creatures that do a lot of work. Maybe even Sanctum, potentially, if you're worried about Masters of the Gray. You just think about when you looked at the deck list, what was the house with the creatures that you worried about? Maybe do you need to do a little discard evaluation to see what's what and go that route? But yeah, that's really tight. I like that. This, again, I'm going to throw this on one of my creatures that I want to keep using each turn. I think Mars is going to definitely be the target for this. I would almost want to, if I called Mars through the Dominator and it got stunned, throw this on that because the stun is already there, so it's getting that double value, and then you're just having a big creature you can use each turn to do what you need to. Now we're going over here. I do like Mother, of course. Ganymede I've already spoken about. Strange Gizmo is great. It's allowing that artifact and board wipe. Unfortunately, there are good artifacts in this deck, so that must be considered. And then, of course, Wild Wormholes are great. Like all this stuff here. Yeah, Library Access turns are going to be good with this. And then over on the Brobnar side of things, we have War Drummer, which is really great because all of my Brobnar creatures have play abilities. So that just gives you some good action there. Gauntlet can be used, of course, to just get some of the creatures. Mars creatures will take advantage of this. Cannon, again, that's really fantastic. All my creatures being bigger, loving it so much. Again, board control. Using the Seredian fight with 3 different friendly creatures. Yeah, this could be really powerful, I think, with some of the Mars stuff that's out there. So I'm loving that. Again, punch, a little bit spot removal, and then a little bit of scaling Ember control here. It's not huge, but I mean, it's still better than none. Like going from 7 to 4 is fantastic. So Burn the Stockpile is great. I see a lot of potential in this deck. There is some house cheating, cross house cheating, which I absolutely adore. So we do have that in the mix for this. So I hope you like this deck. I'm really excited for this. And yeah, so just think about that and let me know what you think of this, because we're getting in the home stretch. I'm excited to jam this one tonight. It will be the final deck of the evening. So as always, everyone, may your Ember never be stolen and your keys forged promptly. Have a good one.